Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Divorced Heroes. I am the divorced hero, back at it with the victorious Slick Vic.
What's going on, peoples, man? Here we are again, and we are here to bring the heat, dog. We love the controversy, but we also bring facts. So
We're trying to bring the facts.
yes.
We're gonna shoot some hey what ups.
Hey, what ups?
Who's our first hey what up?
Let me see. Our first hey, what up is for the homie Hugh Jackman. Why?
Because he's a badass Wolverine.
Badass Wolverine, and he's going through divorce.
Is he really?
That's what I read. But
You know what's badass about Hugh Jackman?
what?
That you got like, I don't know, 10 different Supermans, 15 or 20 different Batmans,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only one Wolverine.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman plays all the Wolverines.
True.
And he does a badass job too.
He does do a good job.
Hey, bub.
But if anyone saw Deadpool Wolverine anytime soon, you're gonna realize that all these facts are right, but there's only been one blade. That's all I gotta say.
One blade.
One blade. That's it. I'm not saying no more. Go watch the movie.
All right.
Go watch the movie.
Our next hey what up
goes to only El Camino fans. Okay, at only El Camino fans. Why? Because anyone that drives a fucking El Camino, bro, that it doesn't get more American than that.
You're pretty badass. So when you said only El Camino fans, I thought it was girls naked on
so he has
in El Caminos.
That's an even better page.
Well, you know what? That's my idea.
Okay, let's do it. So what he does is he showcases everyone and anyone that owns El Camino, and honestly, bro, that's a pretty cool community of very, very, very American people, dog. And chinos, Japanese, they love El Camino.
Well, you can't say chinos. That's politically incorrect.
Chinitos. No, if you put us, it's fine.
It's
No, Japanese,
it's the Asian community.
The Asian community. They love the El Caminos very much. Well, yeah. So check them out at Only El Camino fans. The guy showcases every side. I mean, from 59 to 80. I just found out they went to 88.
Really?
I thought it was 87, but supposedly they manufactured 88. So, fun fact on this Divorce Hero episode. You know what, though? I got to get one more. Hey, what up?
Who's it to?
This one goes out to I don't know who runs this page, but I get a lot of my facts from them, and it's the Father's Right movement. So that's the IG. It's at the Father's Rights with an S movement.
The Father's Rights movement on Instagram. Big hey what up to you.
Yeah, whoever runs that page, bro. They got over 40,000 followers, but man.
Well, we're gonna make it 48,000.
There you go. I just got that. Man, but some of the stats we're gonna give you come from there and also online. So let's get started with. All
right. So today's episode is fighting to see your kids.
Man,
the men that fight for the right to see your kids. I thought you were gonna say
to party.
So a quick study online shows that women get about 65% custody
on average.
On the average of their children.
Okay.
While men get 35%.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
Well, it doesn't stop there. Right? The study has found that children from a single mother home are 5 times more likely to commit suicide. They're 9 times more likely to drop out of high school. 10 times more likely to abuse chemical substances. 14 times more likely to commit rape.
Oh, we can't say none of those words.
20 times more likely to end up in prison, and 32 times more likely to run away from home.
Wow.
Versus, get this, kids that grow up obviously with 2 parents in the household, or parents or children that grow up with a single father.
I read something like that. So what does that say, bro?
That a father is definitely needed.
A father is very involved and is needed, regardless of what the society wants to say or what the court system wants to say. I've seen it, bro. You know, you ask if your kids like messing around.
Right.
Stop, Junior. Stop, Junior. Stop. The dad just raises his eyebrow. That's it.
He doesn't even have to say anything.
Done.
He doesn't even have to say anything. All he has to do is walk in the room and maybe go,
oh, the whistle.
whistle.
Took us back. How many of you guys just cringe right now? Nope.
All he had to do was kind of give that whistle and you knew.
My dad did the eyebrow.
Oh, yeah, an eyebrow.
He did the Rock's eyebrow before the Rock did the eyebrow. We'd be messing around, and then my cousin would like nudge me, and I look over. My dad was like,
oh, that was it. That eyebrow went up. You knew.
It's like, you drop whatever you're doing. You try to camouflage back into the wall. It was done. So, I mean,
we're going to get right into it. So what do you do when you're going through a divorce or you know it's about to be over? You're going to fight for your kids, right?
Yes.
The first thing you want to do is obviously try to stay out of court.
Look, in La La world, that would be the best thing to do. Unfortunately, most of these chicks are up on game. And they know the stats too.
Yeah,
so
they do.
So they want to stay out of court. But yes, if you could stay out of court, that would be the best scenario. Get it in writing. Write the schedule, if it's going to be 50-50, whatever, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, whatever that is, right?
Whatever is fair.
And get it notarized, bro. Spend the extra $50, $100. Get it notarized so it doesn't fall back.
You have to try to stay out of court, fellas. Okay.
This is for you guys.
Women are getting 65% custody on average.
And child support.
and child support. You need to try and work it out before you can go to court. Now, we've talked about this before. Chances are, if she is the one that wants to leave, you have a little window where you can try to negotiate and things are going to go your way because she's feeling guilty.
And you have to play the part too, though. You got to play like, you almost have to manipulate her, bro. Like, it's going her way. Like, she thought of it, you know?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Get it in writing. Hey, let's do 50-50. You do 3 days, 3 days.
Yeah, don't you want to go out and meet somebody?
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the times it doesn't go that way. And then you have to get involved with the courts.
Well, it's very easy to go online, bro. It's called a child support calculator.
Right.
And all you do is input numbers, percentage-wise.
Yeah.
And it'll give, if she knows your income, it'll give you a very exact number of what she's going to get.
But that goes off when you already know what the custody is.
Right.
So we're getting ahead of ourselves. Right. Let's go back. When you go to court, chances are you're not going to get 50% custody or full custody.
Right.
You're definitely not going to get full custody.
No.
50% custody might be a stretch.
Oh, and if you do get court custody, like full custody, they will take it away.
They can take it away, and we'll get into that too, right?
Right.
So the way child support works, if you end up going to court, which a lot of us end up going to court, is they first determine the custody,
right?
How much the man gets, how much the woman gets, right? Based on that, it goes into a formula, and that's how much child support you're going to pay.
Correct.
Right? In a perfect world, 50-50 custody meant you don't have to pay anything. You take care of the kids when they're with you. I take care of the kids when they're with me. Because we both have the same bills.
Right.
That's not the way it works.
That's not the case.
They look at your income. They look at her income. And it's almost like they don't look at her income. They just look at your income.
Man, you're right on that.
Right? So you could have 75% custody if you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
And still have to pay her child support.
Yeah.
You could have 50-50% custody and still have to pay her child support.
I'm going to give you a couple numbers and I don't care who knows. Based on my thing, if we went 50-50, she would still get like $350 out of me.
Yeah.
Made no sense. I didn't understand like how, but okay.
And the court doesn't care. The court says, hey, when the children are with her, she needs to be able to provide.
Yeah.
Well, if she can't provide, then why even send the children over there?
That's exactly my thoughts, bro.
But that's not the way it works, right?
That's not.
And the same rules don't apply for men.
Well, then you start. I started thinking about this. So if I'm giving her X amount now she's actually making more than me.
Right.
So shouldn't I be getting? You know what I mean? It gets so sloppy because now after my amount that I give. And I did the math. She actually makes like about $800 more than me now.
Because of the money that you give.
Right. So technically she's making more than me now. Why do I have to still pay her then? Why It should be 50-50. Cada quien por su pinche lado. You pay your half, I pay mine. They eat steak with me, they'll eat cheeseburgers with you.
And I know what they're going to, people are going to say, well, when they're with the mom, they deserve to have nice things too. And you're absolutely right.
Right.
But then what happens is the father ends up giving this money to the mother so that they can go and have some nice things. But now the father can't survive.
Nope. And I'm going to tell you, bro, just from being a father, the way I am, even with my custody arrangement, right? When I see them on my days, I spend anywhere from like 80 to 120, right? Whatever, we go eat, we'll go do something.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
You can't even go to the movies, bro, without walking out with a
Right.
casino coming out. That's the $100 for all you youngsters that don't understand what casino is. So I did call child support, right? Because I was asking some questions like, hey, so on the average, I spend this much aside from child support.
Right.
Oh, well, we're not in charge of that. Like, whatever you decide to spend on your own time, that's what you decide to spend.
Well, yeah.
So I was trying to see if I could kind of include it in my child support. No. So, guys, yeah, like we said, try to stay out of court. Try to get in writing. If you do get in writing, get it notarized. But odds are,
one more thing about child support. Once she gets that money, she's 100% control of that money. Whatever she decides to do with it, you have no say so.
Yes.
So I know individuals, right, who pay a lot of money in child support, and then when they go pick up their kids clothes, they're not up to par. The kids need shoes. The kids need a backpack for back to school. The kids need a haircut. And he goes and he tells her like, hey, what's going on? I'm giving you this money so that my kids shouldn't be dressed like this. And the response is, the money isn't enough. That's what I used to pay the rent, or whatever it is. You got to go do that.
Yeah.
So now you're sitting there thinking, do I let my child look like this? Or do I go take him to go get his haircut, buy him some clothes?
It's a tough cookie to swallow, bro.
Oh man, it sucks. Because right?
On one hand, I've tried playing that game. It's a game.
Right.
It is. I've tried being that father. Like, no, well, fuck it. She's getting the money. She has to support, right?
Right.
But you can't start at your kids and be like, I can't let you look like this. Exactly. You're not gonna go out looking like this. Like,
right.
We're not.
I'll go without so that you can have something
all the time, bro.
Right.
I don't even wear underwear no more because I have to fucking make sure they got underwear. Shit.
Like, I'll go without so that you can have something.
Yeah.
Now, so if you do get to court,
yes,
that's bad.
Right off the bat, bro. The odds are against you.
The odds are against you.
You're better off going to Vegas, dog.
65 to 35%, right? Yeah. So it's not good enough for you to be an equal of a parent to her.
No.
You have to be
superior,
better than her.
Yeah.
So that the judge can look at you and consider you.
So when I first got, because I believe it or not, I did get full and sole custody of my kids, and I was like, no one could believe it, bro. Like, what? That's like a rarity. You're like a unicorn. No one's ever,
right.
It's very rare for you to get that. She must have been a shitty mother, and yeah, all those things were correct. But the court will right away, any progress mom makes, they'll flip it on you. And she doesn't have to have the money, the funds, or whatever. As long as she tried a little bit, she went to therapy for 2 sessions and decided,
right, she's trying.
It's not for me no more, but I tried. Oh, she's making an effort.
Right.
If she decides to call now after 3.5 years, 4 years, well, she's making an effort. So you have to be the superior parent. In my case, I had to sign up for parenting classes because all of a sudden my kids were just manipulated now. They're like, oh, well, mom says that you never allowed us to, allowed her to see us, blah, blah, blah. So in the court's mind, I was trying to manipulate my kids. I'm like, no. But that's why I had to do parenting classes. I had to do therapy. I had to do like behavior modification courses just to show them that I'm making an effort too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So being a good parent is no longer enough.
Right.
You have to be like the best parent, and even then, it's like, okay, well, you did, yeah, okay, you did those courses, your classes. Okay, well, we can give you 45%. It's not gonna be 50. It's really hard.
Right.
You have to work your way up to 50.
Yeah.
You
So,
really do.
and I mean, you have to like be mindful of yourself, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to court and you're fighting, I mean, number one is don't drink. Don't drink
Yes,
around your
guys, if
kids.
you guys drink, it doesn't, I'm not saying alcoholics, I'm just saying even drink, a social drinker, stop. You need to stop. You need to stop drinking. You need to stop going out. Like if you have your kids, you can't drink, you can't go out,
You cannot.
you can't leave them alone. I mean, you can't even date.
No, you can't.
Anything that brings even if you meet the coolest chick that's gonna be the best stepmom ever or whatever,
Right.
they look at it, they count it against you. They make it seem like you're looking out for your interests, not the kids.
Right. So you need to check yourself, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for a lot of people to do that. It's very hard.
Yeah.
But check yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, what's more important?
Right.
I have to go left, I have to go right.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to be up to par so that the court doesn't use anything against me? Because the court will come at you.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, I was feeding the homeless, and a certain, group of individuals were in the picture, and they
Right.
used it against me.
Yeah, the court will come at you and they say, "Hey, you have anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're an alcoholic. Wait, Your Honor, he got a DUI,
Yep.
so he's not fit
Yeah.
to be with my children because he got a DUI, or he's been in jail."
Yeah. All those things were brought up against me, and the fact that the mother was actually driving drunk with the kids in the car didn't
Oh,
even
that doesn't matter.
that didn't even Mr. Snow. So we're focusing on the here now and forward.
Exactly.
But why are you guys agreeing with all the other stuff? But when I brought her shit up, it no longer applies.
Right. So let me interject really quickly
Go for
here.
it.
If you already went through this process
Yes.
and you already got whatever custody it is of your children, whether it's 5, 10, 20, 50, 75%, if you're really, really lucky,
Mm-hmm.
it's not too late to make these changes.
Oh no, it's not.
Right? If you do have a drinking problem or you enjoy your beers a little too many, hey, look at yourself in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
and check yourself
Yeah.
because this can go away. You could have 75% custody, 100% custody, 50% custody, and think to yourself, I'm in the clear. So I can go ahead and have my beers
Yeah.
when I'm around my children.
Yeah.
And it'll change
Well,
just like that.
I had 100%
Exactly.
full custody. And I did. I'm not gonna lie. I slipped up a little, but to the point, it wasn't bad, but it was used as bad.
Right.
So my kids were of age, and I don't know if you guys know, fellas, if you're in California, there is no age limit to be left alone. Like you can leave your kids left, you can leave them alone. I'm not saying all day, right, for a couple of hours, but 13, 14, 12, 11.
Right.
There's
There's
no
no
minimum
age.
Yeah,
As long as your child has food,
water,
electricity, right, and can call for help,
Yes.
right, you could technically leave them alone.
Yeah.
Right, but that's not the case. What we're talking about is what's going to be used against you in court.
Well, that was used against me.
Ah, okay.
So I do a lot of pop-ups, a lot of events.
Right.
So I would they didn't want to go. I said, all right, I'll be gone for a couple hours. I'll be back.
Right.
And I'm not talking about I'm coming back late. I'm coming 8:30.
Right, and you don't drink.
No, I don't drink.
Yeah.
That was used against me. You left your kids alone.
Yeah.
What the hell? So it's just like it's very double standard, bro. It's super double standard. But like you said, you got to nip all this in the butt.
And like
we're telling you guys because we've all. I mean, I lived through this shit.
Right. No,
We're not making anything up. It's real, and even if you have 50% custody, it can go lower.
it could. Yeah, she'll take you back to court.
Yeah.
And then they ask the children, "Hey, does your father drink in front of you?"
So you know what's funny? I don't know if it's changed. The court doesn't want to involve the kids anymore, so they just kind of go based off what the other parent says.
Really?
There's no proof.
And it's all hearsay.
I would love, bro, if they strap my kids down to a chair and put a lie detector.
Yeah.
On everything that all these charges have been brought upon me, right? Just all the false accusations.
Right.
they would fail, bro, if they try to lie. But they won't.
Right, they won't.
And they won't question them. At the very most, you can get like like a court appointed mediator or something, and they might interview the kids a little bit, but even then, they don't want to scar the kids. So it's basically your word against her word.
So fathers, check yourselves because don't do the victory lap.
No,
thinking that, hey, I got 50% custody of my kids. I'm good. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
No, you could get taken back to court and lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, look at yourself in the mirror. And you know what? Something that my mom used to tell me all the time. There is in the world, there's time for everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna find time to do everything you want to do, right? So for those of you that like to indulge and have your couple of beers, hey, just make sure that it's not your day,
not your weekend, not your day. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then therefore you do it guilt free.
Right.
Okay, so what's the next one?
So it's like do your homework, guys, because the court does it. You guys have to bring your evidence. You have to have it ready to go. What makes you a good father? Like I said earlier, if you took courses, classes, parenting classes, whatever, come with it.
Right.
And make copies. Make a copy for your ex, a copy for the judge, a copy for yourself. At least 3 copies, so everyone has something. Because what I've come to understand in court, if you don't submit it before the day of court, the judge will not allow it. She won't allow it. She don't want to see it. She didn't want to hear about it.
Right.
So guess what? You're gonna be in that same mode for another 3 to 6 months.
So if you are gonna go to court for custody,
yes,
you might as well start taking these classes.
You might as well, bro. They do help. I'm not gonna lie. There's some good skills that they teach you.
But what I'm saying is, by the time you do get to court, you already have paperwork that says, look, Your Honor, as soon as I knew this was going to happen, I enrolled myself into parenting classes, anger management, whatever it is that you need. Here's the proof. This is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You might as well just do it. If you're going to go to court, you might as well just jump the gun and do it. Yeah. And if you don't need it, if that issue doesn't even come up, then it doesn't come up. And you just got some good knowledge.
At the very least, you got some skills now, something in your tool belt that you can use towards your kids. So.
And if she tries to use it against you, you can say, listen, I've been going to these classes.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that's always good. Another thing, changing your parenting styles.
We've talked about this before. If you are a single dad, you have to change your parenting style. You cannot be that overprotective dad that kind of, comes out of the woods every time your daughter walks outside and says, who the hell is that? Who's looking at you? Where you go?
You can't.
You can't do that anymore.
Because guess what? The other household is not going to be like you.
Exactly. So you're pushing them away from you.
You're pushing them away. Low key, you're pushing them away. And like we say, kids are dumb. Kids are always going to take the easy way out. They're going to try to figure out the path of least resistance. And if you're in their way, they're going to find the other way.
Exactly.
So if the other parent's not as involved, even though it's a bad thing, right?
Right.
For a kid, that's they found gold. Oh, I don't know. She doesn't ask me. She doesn't question me. She don't even care if I'm home.
Right.
And that's how you're going to lose them. And not only that, but you're going to lose them to the streets. Because guess what? If you're not involved, if she's not involved, they got questions. And who they're going to ask? Their dumbass little friends that don't know shit.
So you have to kind of become that flexible parent.
Yeah.
Where like, hey, listen, something that a friend of mine told me, he said, I have a safe zone time with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime they can tell me safe zone, right? Meaning I'm about to tell you something and you cannot get mad. Mm-hmm. No matter what I say, to you, you cannot get mad at me. And there's an agreement that
like that shit.
That my buddy has with his children because he's a single dad.
Yeah.
And he said, anytime they want to talk about something, mm-hmm. and they're kind of like, oh, I don't know how he's gonna take it. They say safe zone.
It gives you as a father a chance to calm the fuck down already.
Heads up. And all he said was, I'm gonna hear you out, but then you got to give me time to walk away,
process,
gather my thoughts, cool down, because I'm gonna get mad. Yeah. I just can't say anything to you.
I don't want to get mad at you.
And I'm gonna go for a walk, however long it takes me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back and then we can just talk about it. I have questions, you give me answers, and we'll talk about it. But I cannot get mad at you. I cannot lash out. I cannot, go all,
We
dad on you,
we
right?
gotta give your friend a hey, what up? That's gold, bro. Especially for a father like
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start implementing because today I just started my first joint therapy
Right.
session, right? And we're talking about like I guess a safe word.
Right.
So we came up with the I need a break
I need a break.
and visuals too. Right? So I see this. All right, you need a break.
Leave me alone. Right.
But we also agreed we can't say it in a very smug way or disrespectful way.
Yeah, there has to be limits
There
to
has
it,
to be
right?
limits. But I like that safe zone
Safe zone.
because I need a break means I don't want we can't discuss this right now. But safe zone is we need to discuss this.
I have to tell you
I have to
something
tell you
because you
something.
cannot
You
get
cannot
mad.
get mad.
I did something wrong, or I didn't do what I was expected to do, or whatever.
Yeah, I love it, bro. That's see. Look at this. I'm part of the show, and I just learned something today. That's dope, bro. Because to me, I can utilize that in my relationship with my kids. So
Right.
I like that safe zone. I love it. I love it. I think so. Moving on from there, another thing they're gonna do is we're gonna try to turn the kids on you, right? Like we already talked about. If it's a more lenient household over there and they're not really there, first of all, they don't want to deal with them, and we know that because if they already were
Right.
like that since you guys were married or whatever, it's not gonna change. Um, so what she's gonna try to do is try to turn them against you because what she wants is the money. That's not the time, it's not the bonding, it's the money. And now
Yeah.
if she has them longer, all she has now she has more power to just leave them anywhere,
Right.
home alone with the tia, with the sister, with the brother, whoever, and you have no say so because they're not in your custody. So if you never got along with that sister in law, and all of a sudden your kids are over there, guess what? You can't do shit about it.
Yeah, and that's what sucks if you do not get along with your kid's mother. Man, you feel like you're powerless,
Yeah,
right? If you're lucky and you do get along and you're on the same page and you guys can co-parent, then
yeah. Kudos.
consider yourself
Yeah,
lucky
don't.
because you have the ability to call her. She can call you and say, "Hey, we need to talk about something."
Yeah,
And it happens, right? There are plenty of people that co-parent beautifully.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
And they call each other, "Hey, you need to come over.
They're just not.
This happened."
They're just not Latino.
Right?
No,
And
yeah,
then, hey, we need to chit chat about this. The boy told me this when he was over at your house
right.
that you did this, and we need to put this out in the air.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a beautiful thing because it shows the children that, hey, mom and dad are in the same team. We might not live together, but we're on the same team,
yeah.
right? If you don't have that, Jesus Christ, that's just bad.
Yeah,
Right? So what are your options? Either you say, fuck it, let it be,
yeah. Or you just play the part,
you play the part and you go through
guys.
everything.
Those are your two options, and they both suck.
They both suck.
Because you can say fuck it, and I try saying fuck it. I think
Right.
I've said fuck it on the air a couple times, and you can't just fucking let go of your kids. You can't.
Right.
It's I don't know unless you're really cold hearted and heartless, but so fuck it doesn't really work unless you really just don't want to be involved.
And
And I know a few dudes that they had to because for their own sanity and their own mindset.
right. And we talked about that when it
Yeah.
just gets so hectic that there's nothing you can do to make it right.
No, you just
So
hope
they
that
just walk away.
you just hope that when they're 18 or 21, they'll come back around and be like, okay, now we can talk because now no one's paying puppeteer, no one's putting shit in their heads. But let's
And,
be honest, it's
and then your other option is you just go with it, right?
yeah,
If you're not lucky enough to have someone who on the other side that's willing to co-parent in good faith
mm-hmm.
and speak to you and call you and tell you, hey, I know you and I are over. We probably hate each other at this point,
Yeah,
but we do have something that's bigger than us between us, and that's our children. We have to work this out, or whatever it is, right?
right,
This is going on. I thought you should know. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let's work on this.
yeah,
If you don't have that, and then you just got to put a fake smile and just Just take
I
it.
mean, it works at your job, right? So why
Yeah.
you just gotta you gotta do it. You gotta muster through it and hope for the best. You know, pray for the best because it's not an easy task, guys, especially when you have other people manipulating. So it is a fight. It's a fight that you don't want to fight, but you have to, and you just have to, like we always say, you got to go through it, regardless.
You got to go through it. With that being said, if you think this is useful for anyone that's going through something like this,
Safe zone. Remember that, guys.
go ahead and send it. And yeah, remember the safe zone.
That's gold right there, bro.
Especially dads.
Yeah.
Let your kids know, hey, we got a new rule in this house. It's called safe zone. Anytime you feel you need to tell me something and I cannot get mad, I promise you, I cannot get mad. You can tell me, and then I'm going to walk away. And then I'm going to sit down very calmly and we're going to discuss it.
And I think that works for even a home with that the parents are married.
Yeah,
like any home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because a kid should be able to come to you regardless, right? I knew I couldn't go to my parents for shit, bro.
I was very lucky. I could always go to my dad.
See,
my mom not so much, but my dad, he's a different person. To this day, we're very good friends.
Right.
I can tell him anything.
So,
I've always been very lucky. I'm fortunate because of that. But he taught me that. He's the one that taught me, like, hey, you need to be open with your with your children. Who else would you rather have them go for the information?
The homie around the corner.
Not I'd rather you come to me.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure it out together, son. So, with that being said, thank you for listening. Subscribe, share. Remember one thing.
Be a better father.
Remember one thing. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's never over, truly over, unless you stop moving. Don't stop moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Search for the light. There are hundreds of thousands of people who have gone through what you're going through, and they came out okay. Yeah. You too will be okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening.